Dear student, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How are you all? I am fine by the grace of Allah. I think you are also fine by the grace of Allah. I, Mizanur Rahman, Milestone College. I am your BGST teacher. Today, I will take your BGST class. So dear, before going to start the class, I want to ask some questions from previous lesson. Are you ready? Okay, question number 1. When did 10 guerrilla fighters entered in the country? Do you know the answer? Yeah, month of June. Okay, my dear, question number 2. When did Indian forces start to help freedom fighters in the war field? Do you know? Yes, middle of November. Question number 3. What is Mitra Bahini? Do you know the answer? It is very important question. Indian forces that help our freedom fighters during liberation war were called Mitra Bahini. Okay, question number 4. Who is the commander-in-chief of Allied Force? Do you know the answer? Yes, Sam Manekshaw. Thank you, my dear, for giving the answer. Now, let's start our today's class. In this class, we will learn first lesson 11 of chapter 2. Lesson 11, surrender of Pakistani forces. Next, we will learn exercise creative question. Then we will learn MCQ of the chapter, the chapter 2. Okay, dear, last lesson of the chapter, surrender of Pakistani forces. Already you have known about the liberation war. Now in this lesson, we will learn surrender of Pakistani forces. The liberation war of Bangladesh came to an end. Do you know which December? Yes, 16 December 1971. Pakistani forces accepted their tragic defeat and surrendered to the joint force that day. On which day? 16 December. And what happened after this surrender of Pakistani forces? Yes, we have got motherland. Which motherland? Our motherland, Bangladesh. Through this, we got our dear motherland, Bangladesh. The function of surrender was headed by, do you know which person? Yes, Lieutenant General Jagadish Singh Arora, the commander of the joint force. And Group Captain A.K. Khandekar, the Deputy Chief of Mukti Bahini, was present there as a representative of Mujibnagar government. Of course, you know about the Mujibnagar government. So, which person were present there? First one, Lieutenant General Jagadish Singh Arora, the commander of Joint Force. And another person, Group Captain A.K. Khandekar and Deputy Chief of Mukti Bahini. Where it was happened, do you know? Yes, the racecourse ground was overcrowded. Why it was overcrowded? Because after 9 months, the people of East Bengal, East Pakistan, they came to a racecourse ground to see the surrender position scenery. The atmosphere of Dhaka echoed with the sound of Joy Bangla, Joy Bangla, Joy Bangla. Lieutenant General Arora and Lieutenant General Niazi signed the documents of surrender. At where? Racecourse ground. Sitting at table under the open sky on behalf of their representative sides Do you know how many people, how many soldiers were there in prison? Yes, Pakistani forces, how many? 93,000 Pakistani soldiers were in prison. How did Bangladesh get independent? Of course, the people of East Pakistan, soldier of East Pakistan or fighter of East Pakistan, they have strong desire, our people for freedom. And another one is the strong unity, all countrymen, and active help of allied force or Mitra Bahini. Do you know about the Mitra Bahini or allied force? Yes. Indian forces that help our freedom fighters during liberation war are called Mitra Bahini. So Mitra Bahini, they help us, and in the countrymen, all countrymen, they have unity and the strong desire of our people for freedom. That's why we have got independent country, Bangladesh. So, and the support of people all over the world together result in the successful completion of our liberation war. Only in how many months? Do you know? Yes, how many months? 9 months. We got independent country like Bangladesh at the cost of how many martyrs? 30 lakh martyrs. Okay, my dear, in this lesson what we have learned? Firstly, we have learned the liberation war of Bangladesh came to an end on which December? 16 December. Pakistani forces accepted their tragic defeat and surrender to the joint forces that day. And from that day, we got our dear motherland, Bangladesh. At the surrender position, which people were there present? You know, Lieutenant General Jagojit Singh Arora, the commander of joint force. Please, it will memorize. Very important MCQ. Who is the commander of joint force? Lieutenant General Jagojit Singh Arora. And group captain A.K. Khandekar. And the representative of Mujibnagar government. And where it was happened? Do you know? Yes, racecourse ground. And in this way, we have got independent country like Bangladesh. And actually, we have got independent country Bangladesh, sacrifice of the people of the East Pakistan, because they have strong desire, our people for freedom. And another one is strong unity of countrymen and the help of joint force. So in this way, we have got independent country like Bangladesh. Okay, next exercise creative question we will solve, my dear. Now I will discuss exercise creative question of chapter 2. Question number 1, please look. Two pictures given here. You have to see the picture. By seeing the picture, you have to guess answer number, question number C and D, which is the answer. Question number 1 and question number A and B, you will write the answer from directive book. Like question number A, who signed the document of surrender on behalf of the joint force? Of course, you know, already I have told you, Lieutenant General Jagojit Singh Arora. Question number B, explain the idea of mass killing. You will write the answer directly from the book, but it will be 2 para. Okay. Question number C, which historical incident is indicated in the picture number 1? My dear, please look the picture. By seeing the picture, you have to guess in first picture which incident is indicated during liberation war of Bangladesh. Okay, picture number 1 is indicated. Which one is indicated? Of course, genocide of Bangladesh during liberation war at 25th March. Okay, question number C, you have to write in 3 para. So first para, you will write which one is, you will write in the stem, the incident in figure 1 reflects the genocide on March 25th, 1971. And second para, you will explain the genocide of Bangladesh in liberation war. In second para, you will explain at that night what happened in East Pakistan, where they attacked, which people they killed, and how many people they killed. Which people they killed? Yes, teacher, artist, etc., intellectual persons. And 7,000 to 8,000 people they killed at that night. So during liberation war on 25th March happened genocide. So second para, you will write the explanation of genocide 25th March. And third para, you will write as a result, Pakistani soldiers mercilessly killed many people on that black night. Now, so far you understood about the answer, how to write the answer of question number C. Now, question number D. Read the question very carefully. Did the activities of the force mentioned in the picture to expedite the independence of Bangladesh or accelerated? If you think it will be yes, you will write yes. If you think it will be no, you will write no. But there is no possibility to write the no, because in picture 2, which one is, you can guess, of course, which one is joint force. They help us during liberation war. So you will write the answer in first para of question number D, yes. The armed forces stated in the above stem, the joint force. Which one is indicated? Joint force. So next you will write the answer of D. You will explain about the activities of joint force. So from which month joint force helped us, our freedom fighters, and what are the activities of joint force in East Pakistan during liberation war? Like about, you will write Mitra Bahini, like you will write when they began to help freedom fighters, allied force, and surrender scenery, Jawahar Singh Arora. You will write in next para. And last para, you will write the solution of this question number D. The joint force helped the freedom fighters achieve the liberation, and thus Bangladesh got her desired freedom. So in this way, you will complete question number D. Okay, again I will discuss. So by seeing the picture, you have to guess question number C and D. A and B directly you will write the answer from book. But question number C and D, by seeing the picture, by seeing the stem, you have to guess which one is indicated in the stem. First picture, question number C, which historical incident is indicated in picture 1? Already I have told you. In first para you will write genocide, and second para you will explain the genocide. Pakistani forces, how many people they killed and where they attacked, and which people they killed in during liberation or genocide. And question number D, when you will write the question number, answer question number D, at first you will read the question number D very carefully. did the activities of the force mentioned in the picture? Of course, joint force. And accelerated the independence of Bangladesh. Of course, you will write the answer first para. Yes, the armed forces stated in the stem, the joint force, and accelerated the activities to achieve the independence of Bangladesh. And next para, second and third para, you will explain about the activities of joint force, and then you will write last para. The joint force helped the freedom fighters achieve the liberation, and thus Bangladesh got her deserved freedom. Question number 2. At first, you will read the stem very carefully, because by reading the stem, you have to guess the answer of question number C and D. So when you will read the stem very carefully. Question number 2. Nafisa's father was a university student during the Liberation War. He went to Satkhira to take training and took part in the Liberation War there. Our neighboring country helped us in the war by providing different trainings. It also raised public opinion and thus assisted us. So in this stem, firstly told a person, who is person Nafisa's father. He went to, from where? Satkhira, to take training and took part in the Liberation War. And our neighboring country, who is neighboring country? You have to guess. Helped us. This country helped us in the war by providing different trainings. Okay, you will guess which country, and already told, given which district, Satkhira district. Okay, now go to solution. Question number A. When was the flag of independent Bangla hoisted officially? You know, of course, 2nd March. Question number B. When was the joint force formed? So in question number B, you will write the answer, forming of joint force. In 2 para, of course, it will be 2 para. Now question number C. Of which sector Nafisa's father was the member? Do you know how many sectors were there in Bangladesh during liberation war? Do you know? Yes. How many sectors? 11 sectors. So you have to guess Satkhira. In given stem, he went to Satkhira. So Satkhira exactly existed in which sector? So my dear, in the first para, you will write the answer Satkhira in which sector? Do you know? Yes, sector number 8. So according to stem, in first para you will write, according to stem, Nafisa's father was a member of 8 number sector of Mukti Bahini. And next para, I mean the second para, you will explain the activities of sector-wise Mujibnagar government during liberation war of the 8 number sector. So you will explain in second para activities of Mujibnagar government of sector 8. Now, and last para, you will write the answer. You will write the solution of the question number C. So from last para, so it can be said that Nafisa's father was a member of sector number 8 of Mukti Bahini. So in this way, you will write the answer of question number C. Now question number D. The cooperation of the country mentioned in the stem expedited the independence of our country. Already you have guessed which neighboring country helped us. Do you know, my dear? Yes, India. Which country? India. So in the first para, you will write the answer. Our neighboring country helped us, India. And second para, you will, second and third para, you will write the helping side of India. Like they helped us first, they have formed joint force. And secondly, they have helped us refugee camp, and if they also started refugee tax to help the refugee camps, and also set up the Shadin Bangla Betar Kendro. In this way, they helped us East Pakistan during liberation war. And last para, you will write the answer or solution. So it can be said that a neighboring country, India, played a great role in helping Bangladesh achieve independence. So in this way, you will write the answer of question number D. So again, I will tell question number 2. At first, read the stem. Nafisa's father was a university student during the liberation war. He went to Satkira. You will memorize. He went to Satkira and to take training and took part in the liberation war. Our neighboring country helped us. Our neighboring country, I mean that, which country? India. So, question number C, in the first para, you will write, say question number C, which question? Of which sector Nafisa's father was the member? Explain. So, in first para, you will write the answer which sector? Sector number 8. And the second para, you will explain the activities of sector number 8. Sector number 8, at which district was included? Faridpur, Kustia, Joshor, and Daulatpur, Satkira of Khunna were under the sector number 8. Okay. And which person actually given the responsibility of sector number 8? Abu Usman Chaudhary, Major Abu Usman Chaudhary, and Major Abul Manjur. So this person actually given responsibility in sector number 8. So in this way, you will explain the second para, and last para you will write the answer. So it can be said that Nafisa's father was a member of sector number 8 of Mukti Bahini. And question number D, the cooperation of the country mentioned in the stem expedited the independence of our country. So at first, in the first para, you will write the which country is indicated India. Then second and third para, you will explain the activities like India. Firstly, they have helped us freedom fighters by forming the joint force. Then you will write the like they helped us activities of the Mujibnagar government set up Shadin Bangla Betar Kendro, and they also help us in refugee camps, 1 crore people. So in this way, you will writing the second and third para. Then last para you will write the solution. So it can be said that as a neighboring country, India played a great role in helping Bangladesh achieve for independence. Okay, my dear. Now I will discuss multiple choice question. So everybody get ready. Everybody will give the answer with me. Question number 1. How many ships were destroyed at Mongla Port in one day in the operation named Operation Jackpot? Do you know the answer? How many ships are destroyed at Mongla Port? Yes, question number 1, answer is 50 ships were destroyed at Mongla Port in one day in the operation named Operation Jackpot. Okay, now next question. Where was the first mission of Mujibnagar government established? Where was the first mission? Where? Do you know where is the first mission? Yes, where? Kolkata. The first mission of Mujibnagar government was established in Kolkata. Okay, next question. Who was the Chief General of Freedom Fighters? Do you know who was the Chief General of Freedom Fighters? Okay. Colonel M.A.G. Osmani. Colonel M.A.G. Osmani was the Chief General of Freedom Fighters. Okay, my dear, next question. Which journalist of BBC did broadcast news in favor of liberation war? My dear, do you know which journalist? Which BBC journalist? Yes, BBC journalist was Mark Talley. Mark Talley broadcasted news in favor of liberation war. Now, my dear, next question. Who was the chief of staff of freedom fighters? Who was the chief of staff of freedom fighters? Do you know? Yes, Colonel Abdul Rauf. Okay. Next question. Who were the main victims of merciless killing during the liberation war? Do you know, my dear, who were the main victims during liberation war? Okay. The minority Hindu community. The minority Hindu community. Okay. Next question. Who was the Prime Minister of Mujibnagar government? Do you know the answer, my dear? Who was the Prime Minister? Yes, Tajuddin Ahmed was the Prime Minister of Mujibnagar government. Okay, my dear, next question. Which is recognized as a world documentary heritage? Do you know which speech? Yes, 7th March speech. Okay. Thank you. Next question. Who was the finance minister of Mujibnagar government? Who was the finance minister? Do you know who is minister? Yes, Mansur Ali. Mansur Ali was the finance minister of Mujibnagar government. Okay, next question. Who was Mark Talley? Do you know who was Mark Talley? Yes, Mark Talley was a journalist. Okay, next question. Where was Razakar force first formed? Where? Do you know which division? Yes, Khulna. Okay, next question. Crack Platon was included in which force? Do you know? Yes, which force? Guerrilla force. Okay. Bangladesh was divided into how many sectors during the liberation war? Do you know, my dear? Yes. How many sectors? Yes, 11 sectors. Bangladesh was divided into 11 sectors during the liberation war. Okay. How many brigade forces? Names are formed in liberation war. Do you know? Yes. 3 brigade forces. Okay, my dear, next question. Under which sector was Joshua during liberation war? Do you know which sector? Yes, sector number 8. Okay, now next question. How many members were there in Dhaka Civil Peace Committee? Do you know how many members? Yes, 140 members. How many members? 140 members. Okay, my dear, next question. Who worked hard to create public opinion in favor of Bangladesh outside the country during the liberation war? Do you know who worked? Yes, Abu Said Chowdhury worked hard to create public opinion in favor of Bangladesh outside the country during the liberation war. Next question. How many ministers were in Dr. Malik cabinet? Do you know how many ministers? Yes, 10 ministers. Now next question. What was the population of Bangladesh during the liberation war? Do you know what was the population of Bangladesh during liberation war? 7.5 crores. How many? 7.5 crores. Okay, my dear. Now I want to ask question from this lesson. Already you have done lesson 11 and a critic question of book, and I have discussed some MCQ from this chapter. So now I will ask question from this class. Okay, question number 1. When was Dr. Malik cabinet formed? Do you know? Yes, 17 September. Thank you, my dear. Next question. How many members were there in Dhaka Civil Peace Committee? How many members? Yes, 140 members. Thank you, my dear. Now please take everybody homework. Our homework, book critic question number 2, C and D. You will write the answer of C and D in your homework copy. Okay, thank you. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.